did want to know, hold on for a second. All right, call this public meeting at 5:40 p.m., Monday, September 26th. Can I get a roll call?
Yes, just a second. Okay, I'm sorry, I messed it up really bad. Okay, Mrs. Brogan? Mrs. Brogan?
She's not here. Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
I'm
Jill
here.
Brogan,
here.
Mrs. Meeks here, Mike Sterling,
Here.
Mr. Thompson,
Here.
Mrs. Ranieri,
Here.
Mr. Smith.
Here.
I'm sorry.
Chris Arguino, recording secretary.
Terrell Yarborough, superintendent.
Shelley Wagner, community service.
Michelle, curriculum and instruction.
Josh Rand, business and operations.
All right, thank you. And let's get into the Pledge of Allegiance.
You don't have to.
Can I do this with this? All right, then we'll take that off.
It's on the agenda, but we don't have.
Can if we want
Yeah,
to.
let's just do it. Let's why not?
Kurt, you get to practice.
Wait, I think he might be in the hallway.
That's
Oh.
why.
So this is a
No,
public-
this
No,
is
we'll
doing
do
it.
hearing.
We'll do it.
Bonnie Johnson, she's a former teacher.
I gotta make sure.
All right, Kurt, why don't you lead us off?
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of
the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There are no, there are no comments from the community?
None.
All right, I'll turn it over to Josh.
All right, so this public hearing is to talk about the changes from the tentative budget to the final budget, and
Yep.
recommend that the board approve the final budget tonight. So this doc is probably the most succinct in terms of what those changes are and what I'm going to run through in terms of changes. So at your place, you have the state version, but the Harlem, the one that we normally use, is attached and a little bit easier to read on that one. So this is good news because each fund got either slightly better or a reasonable amount better, so no real negative news here. Most of this is tweaks in interest and bringing on the ESSER two, which I mentioned we would have to do, and so that's a net zero. So I'll start from the ed fund and just go down. So the ed fund interest, I'm increasing that by $171,000. So I had factored increases in interest, but they've come in quicker than I had originally projected. So based on that last increase, what was it, last week, I rolled them up a little bit in those funds. Jill was also able to secure from the state $117,000 more in food service revenue. So that's a positive. And then the ed fund portion of the ESSER two allocation is $1.1 million. So the ed fund revenues are going to go up $1,392,629. On the expenditure side, I did put $150,000 in for regular ed salaries, just for any potential positions that pop up during the year, or sometimes teachers roll lane adjustments mid-year. So that's just kind of a placeholder there. And then the next $15,000, which would be TRS to cover that. Purchase services going up $687,000 is the ESSER two bringing that in. Supplies went up $177,000. I did put in on an additional $125,000 for food service equipment, and we talked about that last year. There was some food service equipment in there, but I figured since we were bringing in more revenue to offset that, that would allow us to catch up more at the middle school. Work on Chesney being a cooking kitchen and the Parker Center stove in there too.
Cool.
So,
Awesome.
and then the non-cap equipment for the $200,000 is ESSER two. So those ed fund expenditure adjustments are $1,355,000. So that gives the ed fund balance an increase of $36,681. So if anyone has questions, please just feel free to jump in. Otherwise, I'll keep rolling. The only tort revenue increase is interest of $8,000. I did decrease the salaries by $30,500. So back in the day, we used to have a portion of salaries in the tort. So we used to have nurses, we have some security folks, and then like a portion of Terrell or my or Mickey's salary would be in there. But as the max tax rates aren't a thing anymore, you can leave those salaries in the ed fund instead of having to split some of them off in the tort. So we've been slowly moving those salaries just into the court, really because ed fund can hold all those expenditures, you could really put them all in the ed fund, right? Try and keep the insurance, and we keep our security specialist in there, and that's really it, what's left in the tort fund these days. And then I increased the insurance cost 13,000 to match actual. But the overall tort fund balance increases 25,500 since the tentative budget there. Operations and maintenance interest went up 35,000. And we actually lowered the ESSER two revenue by 51,925. So once we worked out what all the ESSER funds were, we had put more in that tentative budget than was actually needed in the final budget. And then the expenditures overall go down 51,000 because of those ESSER two adjustments also. So it's a net increase of just the interest amount of 35,000 in the O&M fund. Debt service, the only adjustment is an interest increase of $3,500. Transportation, the interest amount went up 25,000, and then their ESSER two allocation increased to 46,800, which is summer school transportation, increasing ESSER two. So that's a revenue adjustment of 71,800 to the good, no expenditure adjustment. IMRF went up 16,000 on the revenue. You'll really like this one. The expenditures dropped $140,000. So how IMRF works is we get an IMRF rate that the district has to pay, but that's a calendar rate, so it's split between 2 years. So we actually got the upcoming year and it dropped. So I blended those rates, and then that's what it showed, is that is a decrease. So IMRF had a deficit before, and this shorted that out, which is great.
Yeah.
So now we don't have to structurally fix anything in IMRF unless that rate jumps back up. So that was good, because we were gonna have to reallocate some property tax money in the future over to cover that fund, but that's good now. Capital Projects Fund, I did increase the interest by $20,000. There will be some interest on those bonds coming in once we do that in about February. And then ESSER two allocations of $1,368,000. I'll go through those expenditure increases in like 10 seconds. So Capital Project Fund expenditures for ESSER two, we were gonna write in $500,000 for controls in the classrooms. We've already done the head-end units on the boilers, but we need to get the classrooms, because a lot of our controls are 25, 30 years old, so we're trying to update some of those for the HVAC systems and boilers. And then we were gonna write in approximately $100,000 for trying to update the elementary playgrounds. So that's what we were planning on putting in there, and so I wanted to just bring that up tonight and see if there's any concerns.
Is there pending any approval on those? Have those been priorly approved, or are we looking for?
Yeah, so
We would have to submit
Yeah.
and get them
Okay.
approved.
So, yeah, ESSER two is just finalizing being submitted.
Okay.
So we anticipate that those will be an issue, but yeah, if those don't happen, we wouldn't spend any of those monies until that's approved on that. Trying to make an effort to update, they're at least 15 years old, if not 20 to 25 years old on those playgrounds, so.
Do you have a list of chronological, which way you wanna go
This would touch almost all of them.
at the same
But
time?
we did
or
some
you have-
approvals already in the previous.
Correct.
So
I'll
Maple
make
is,
a note that Subaru is here.
Maple is
Yes.
the only one that is coming in a few weeks.
Mhm.
And so the rest of them, but it may not be all of them. We gotta look at them, almost like, do they all need removal? Do you need just to replace parts of it? Are you adding on to them? Because then these funds have to be spent by September 30th, so we have a year. But you would wanna figure out what exactly needs to be done, whether it needs to be bid or can be co-opted and ordered well before Christmas break.
So you're calling out ballparks for these basically at that point?
Yes, yeah, ballpark of 75 for the equipment, 25 for the installation.
Okay.
Then that's ballpark. But if we really could update these play spaces for the kids, I felt like that'd be a great one-time shot of funds. So that was the plan, and so I wanted to, obviously mention that tonight. So, and we would obviously have a lot more conversations about this through that process, but. And then that 68,000 for equipment is the Windsor cafeteria tables that were actually installed last month that I didn't have in here, so I wanted to make sure to get those in. Working cash fund revenue, interest increase of 5,000, and life safety interest increase of 7,500. So pretty much mostly all good news, I think. We've had some years where last year I had to increase the expenses quite a bit. So I was happy to see that wasn't the case. Are there any questions on those changes?
No, actually, just like Kurt was talking about the ballparks for those. Yeah, I understand it, so.
We know that almost all the swings probably have to be updated. They're all dated. So, I think, yeah, that can be tricky too, to look and see, okay, what ages, like Rocket is 2 pin counts. So, I think we just have to walk them, take a look and see where the need is the most.
I like it.
Yeah.
So I think you asked if there's any other questions 3 times, and then Melissa's.
Are there any other questions?
About the budget or what?
Yeah, you might have to clarify.
All
Are
right.
there any more questions about the budget? Are there any more questions about the budget? Last time for Larry, are there any other questions about the budget?
No questions about the budget.
All right, this one we have to wait till 6? Okay.
Can we close it?
I thought you said that we no longer have to.
There isn't a time limit, so you could do it either way, I guess. We can just sit here either way.
Motion and a second to adjourn.
Motion.
Just close.
Okay, we're gonna close. All right. Order this regular board meeting at 6 PM, September 26, 2022. Can I get a roll call?
Yes, Mr. Sterling,
Here.
Mr. Thompson.
Here.
Mrs. Brogan.
Here.
Mrs. Ranieri.
Here.
Mr. Smith.
Here.
Jill Brogan.
Here.
Mrs. Meeks here.
Chris Arduino, recording secretary.
Terrell Yarborough, Superintendent.
Shelley Wigner, Human Resources.
Michelle is curriculum and instruction.
Josh Rand, business and operations.
Okay. Turning it over to,
Jason Blue.
yep, just
He
walked
just
up
walked.
He's over there.
Yep.
Ready?
Ready for you, buddy. This is gonna be Miss Nelson from Olson.
They just took it and organized there.
No worries. Yes, and then one without, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flag right there, okay.
So that is awesome.
Picture right over here, okay?
Come together in the middle, yeah. And have our board members come around and stand along the sides of the lady, so you can kind of stretch in just a little bit. So the board members can come alongside you, we're gonna do a photo.
Pardon me.
We can do this, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
All right, you got them all?
Parents, guardians, move out of the way and we can get a photo. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Good job.
Let me bring your pictures.
All are, oh, sorry.
Your parents are taking
Parent pictures.
Here. All right.
Very good. I think we have a
Thank you,
couple more.
friends. All our friends from Olson Park were nominated by their teachers for Student of the Month.
Right. Me, I got my plan.
That'll work.
That was good.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Wait, are there
Oh,
changes?
Are there
Yes,
changes?
There are changes, actually.
Oh,
I should read all the blue. Change, no student travel.
can you do the, yeah, thank you, the letter?
11A1 and consent agenda 12B.
Okay.
12B. All right. And that, can I get a motion to approve with changes?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mrs. Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Ranieri?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Jill Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
All right. All right, Terrell.
All right, as always, it's hard to follow the students. They just did such a wonderful job. It was cool. The mission of the Harlem Consolidated School District as a vital part of the community is to help diverse learners realize their unlimited potential by providing an educational program dedicated to academic excellence and the development of strong character and a safe and respectful learning environment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion motion to approve the board meeting minutes September 12th, 2022.
Motion?
Second.
Mrs. Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Ranieri?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Jill Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
All right. Turn it over to Jason Bloom.
Thank you. We didn't rehearse, I'm sorry. Beforehand, my fault about that. So, it's my privilege tonight to introduce some very faithful partners of the Harlem School District, specifically Loves Park Elementary, CDW ServiceNow Solutions, you may know as Tycomics back in the day, on North 2nd Street. It has been a great partner of ours, the district, again, like I said, with Loves Park Elementary. And so I'm going to turn this over and let Lisa talk a little about what they continue to do for us each and every year.
Yeah, thank you. It never gets old publicly recognizing our partnership with CDW and the employees that they have. They, as a company entirely, they help support our students at Loves Park School through donations, through sponsoring different events. Right now we have a book fair going on. Their employees help sponsor that so that students that don't have the extra money or don't have the tax help support that. Snack and food donations at Christmas annually. Over the past years, they've been phenomenal in supporting 40, 50, 60 kids and families within our school. So I just wanted to present them with an appreciation award for being unsung heroes. And I want them to know how much your employees have changed the lives of our students at Loves Park. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this is Lauren Woodruff, and this is Nate Ingstrom.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll get a photo together as a group there, but usually we do the shaking hands, but we kind of got it. So, but again, on behalf of the district, we want to say that. I don't even want to hand this to her because like this was like $1 and that's.
That was my whole paycheck.
So, again, on behalf of the board and all of Harlem School District, we are obviously grateful and thank you for the support of our families. I know that, as Lisa mentioned, every year they're supporting families around the holidays and they really go above and beyond and year in and year out. And so we're really grateful for that partnership.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
CDW is a national company that they're probably not
Computer.
distributing warehouse maybe? Don't hold me to that.
But yeah.
They only go by that.
If there are no comments from the community, turn it over to Josh for approval of the bills.
All right, I get to finish, follow that up with the bills now, so. The total payables this period were $433,989.08. There was one payroll this period in the amount of $4,332,382.42. For total expenditures of $4,766,371.50. Split out by fund, the education fund paid $4,136,034.38. The tort fund paid $6,155.16. The operations and maintenance fund paid $260,885.57. The transportation fund paid $193,816.07. The IMRF Social Security Fund paid $164,630.32. And the Capital Projects Fund paid $4,850. Again, for total expenditures of $4,766,371.50. Are there any unanswered bill questions? That's it.
Can I get a motion to approve the bills?
Motion.
Second?
Mrs. Ranieri?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Jill Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mrs. Brogan?
Aye.
All right, moving on to communications and committee reports. We want to first thank Ms. Nelson. Thank you for bringing your students in. It's always great to see them and great to see you. And what was it again that they had all done?
They were nominated by their teacher for Student of the Month.
That's awesome. Also want to thank CDW for continuing their support of Loves Park. It's been, what, last 4 years I've seen them here and always doing something and contributing when they don't have to, so that's always nice to see people out in the community just helping one another. Our next regular board meeting will be Tuesday, October 11th at 6 p.m. We have our board self-governance meeting October 18th at 6 p.m. That all in my report.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I want to start off by saying thank you to Olson Park, Miss Nelson. They did wonderful, and I know how much being nominated for that Student of the Month means to the kids, and that's just such a wonderful, wonderful treat for them. I want to point out, I love the artwork. It's colorful, it's busy, I love it. I love it. I want to say thank you to CDW and its employees for all of their dedication to our students. Because of them, some of our students' lives have been able to be changed. You know they matter. They know that there are good people in the world, and so thank you so much. Our next policy committee meeting is October 17th, 2022 at 6 p.m. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Evelyn Meeks.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to say thank you to Mrs. Nelson and the Wells Park student. They did a wonderful job. It's just so nice to be able to see the little faces back in here again, so thank you for that. Also, I want to say thank you to CDW for your contribution to the students. As Jill stated, what you do definitely shows that that people do care, and it goes out to really help the students to see that what they can do and achieve in the community too. So thank you again for all that you have done for our students. Also, due to a conflict in October, the Equity and Social Justice meeting will be changed from October 27th to November 3rd at Harlem High School. And that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Kurt Thompson.
Sure. I'm going to echo all these fine words we've heard before. Thanks to Ms. Nelson and all the students coming in and doing the pledge. So glad it's back to being fall because it's so boring during the summer without the great kids doing that. Also, again, yes, the CDW, that partnership, being able to help out in all those reasons without asking for anything in return, at least a little acknowledgement, hopes a little bit helps there. What else? I did see, looks like Rock Cut got a donation of some literacy kits by Amazon, so that's fantastic as well, so to sing their praises there. And I'll end, besides giving off the time of the next meeting, it's golden apple season, guys, so thanks to all the volunteers that brought in all the apples. Look to all the parents to make sure to get out there if you've got a great teacher. I believe it's now or maybe previously. Either way, get more nominations out there. It really helps to show these teachers that are working their tails off, to give them that appreciation, and it's a great program. And besides that, I mean, everyone knows the date because everyone's got it on the calendar, but if you were to forget that, October 5th at 6 o'clock right here, come on in. Josh will be doing his fantastic business services meeting, and I'll be here as well. That concludes my report.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Larry Smith.
Yep, and I just want to echo all the thanks for the, our community supporters. That's terrific that Amazon stepped up for Rock Cut. That's wonderful. We're just really blessed with this community that they're so supportive of the Harlem School District. And I'd like to thank Josh for the work that he does on the budget. When it's business services committee meeting, it's not monkey business that goes on there. That's serious stuff. And they do a terrific job. So thank you, Josh, and thank you, Mr. Thompson. And I'd also like to mention our superintendent did a terrific job at the Chamber of Commerce meeting doing the state of the schools. You just very well done, just very well spoken. I went home and told my wife we're very lucky to have a superintendent like Terrell Yarbrough. So that was good, and it was very nice breaking bread with the the people from the board and the people from the district. That was very nice to have that much support for the superintendent at that Chamber of Commerce event. So that is, can I tell a story about Terrell Yarborough? Or is this not the time to do that?
It's your report.
Oh, really? So I can say anything? This is great. When Terrell Yarborough first started at the high school, I was still at the high school as an assistant principal. And he came in there just full of energy, great guy. You knew right away that he was gonna do wonderful things. And we always had a meeting on Friday afternoon after school to debrief the week, get ready for the next week and all that. And it was early in the school year and it's still the football season, so of course have to come up with the plans for the football game coverage and stuff. And so he walks into the principal meeting decked out in Lakers gear. And it's Friday afternoon, and guess who we're playing? Hananiga. So here he is wearing purple and gold, walking into the stinking administrative meeting, and we talked about it. It was all good. It was all good, but it was just kind of ironic. And he learned. He learned never to do that.
Gotta read the room, Dr. Yarborough.
That was hilarious. So, and speaking of hilarious, the opposite of hilarious is gonna be the education committee, because it's gonna be our Halloween event is gonna be the education committee coming up October 25th, 2022 at 6:00 p.m. So.
Can we wear costumes?
Yes, costumes are encouraged.
Thank you, sir.
And that's my report.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Sue, you get to follow that.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Well, I also would like to echo what everybody else has said and Mr. Thompson said. Thank you for the students from Ozone Park. Congratulations to them for being Student of the Month or awarded or nominated, whichever it was. Great job. That's what we like to see and hear about. Thank you, Ms. Clark, for going above and beyond for the CW partners. They're really the heroes behind the scene. They're not doing it for the little plaques that they get here. It's for the community that they work and live in. And to me, they're the behind the scenes heroes. And Amazon for their donations to Rock Cut. I believe we should be coming up on another Christmas for Kids event before too long that we need to be thinking about already.
And Thanksgiving
and the Thanksgiving donations. We are almost into October.
I'll start that shortly.
So anybody, any names or families that need help, if anybody within the district brings their information forward, we'll do everything we can to help as many people as we can, like we did last year and the year before. And that's what it takes, is a community to come together. Whether it's businesses, families, board members, teachers, it's all of us together. And I want to just say thank you to everyone. And that ends my report.
Thank you so much. Sharon.
Echo everybody, because I'm always last. Great job to the students. They're just very good. They're adorable. I also got to attend the chambers, and I loved hearing and what you were talking about, all your presentation of what our school district, what we're looking forward to, what our goals are in our school district. So I really liked going to that. And what else did I do? Oh, I got to go to my first football game. It was exciting. I did leave a little bit after halftime because I did not dress for it. But I will next time. I was freezing. But otherwise, I think that's about it.
Yeah, the Chamber of Commerce felt like Josh was everywhere.
Oh yeah, Josh. That's right. We loved your little cutout of yourself. It was very good.
And again, Dr. Yarbrough, thank you so much. You did a wonderful presentation, and we are truly grateful to have you in our district.
She did amazing. Thank you, sir. Turning over to administrative reports. Dr. Bouchard.
I do not have anything this evening.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
Joshua Rand.
All right. My first item is a recommendation to approve a resolution declaring surplus property at Marquette. We had a storage unit for some high school play stuff, so they went through that, cleared that out, and surplus that. Loves Park, Student Support Services, and Parker Center. I have also a recommendation to approve 2 facility requests tonight, one for middle school cheer and one for a craft fair at the high school. Any question on any of those?
Not on that. Are we gonna be able to take that truck and give it to automotive or something?
Yeah, we talked about that. We're gonna try to see if we
Right.
wanted to work on that.
Okay.
My last item is, earlier this evening at 5:40, we held a FY23 budget public hearing to adopt the FY23 tentative budget as a final budget. We took any questions, went through the changes, so tonight I'm asking for adoption of the FY23 budget.
Oh.
Oh. Can't all see it.
Gotta bring it in.
So you're saying the business services meeting attendance is going to double next week?
Are there any other questions on the budget?
So many, but nothing to do with that.
Okay. That is my report.
Somebody took a picture with that too.
I did. All right. Dr. Shelley Wagner.
Okay, so we have the recommendation to approve the personnel agenda and addendum this evening. We have 26 employments, 7 transfers, and 5 resignations. Wanted to make a clarification on an assistant varsity differential. There is no freshman position, so it's just assistant varsity.
I wrote that down to ask that.
Thank you. And that's it for my recommendation tonight.
All right, thank you. Turn it over to Dr. Terrell Yarbrough.
Well, after everything that just went on, I don't even know what I could say. Just real quick, you know, I got some positive feedback from the Parks Chambers presentation. But what I want to say though is that it's just a blessing to work, you know, for Harlem and represent this school district, but also to work alongside some wonderful people who helped prepare me for that Parks Chambers event. And so I appreciate all the work that they put into it as well, because we're a team, you know, so appreciate that. That is it for me.
Could I, one more thing, Mike? I'd just like to congratulate all the board members for our award.
Oh, sorry, they wanted to toot our horn, sorry.
And thank everybody for all their hard work and dedication to the board. Looking forward to the Kishwaukee dinner to receive that award. And thank you guys all for all your hard work.
Well, thank you as well. Something we haven't had, but this was, because they made us wait 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
So now we got that award again, so. It takes work, it takes a team, and it takes actually actions and to follow up those words, so thank you guys. All right, moving on. The consent agenda, 12A is gone. No, it's good.
12B is gone.
Yeah, 12B is gone. 12A, can I get a motion to approve the personal agenda and addendum?
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Jill Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mrs. Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Rainier?
Aye.
12C, can I get a motion to approve facility request?
Motion.
Second?
Jill Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mrs. Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Rainier?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Moving on to action items, 13A, can I get a motion to approve resolution declaring surplus property?
Motion.
Second.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mrs. Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Rainier?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Jill Brogan?
Aye.
13B, can I get a motion to approve the FY23 tentative budget with changes as the FY23 final budget?
Motion.
Second?
Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mrs. Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Rainier?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Yay.
Jill Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye.
All right, any announcements and discussion?
Just to say.
Motion to dismiss, to
Motion.
adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mrs. Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Ranieri?
All in
Mrs.
favor?
Smith?
Yes.
Bill Brogan?
Aye.
Mrs. Weeks?
We got it.
Mr. Sterling?
Aye. Motion adjourned.
41 leads.